Me?
We present to you Around Productions.
What's good, everybody? If you're a first time viewer of my content and of this video, like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be reviewing a TikTok that I came across not too long ago. And this TikTok is, you could say it's a bit controversial. But nonetheless, this TikTok video is something that I really want to touch up on because it's something that brings up a lot of trauma when it concerns black people, specifically black women. And in this video, this man asked whether or not black women feel protected by black men, and this woman gives her response concerning the basis of the question. So let's watch the video here and we will get back to it and give an analysis on it. So let's get into it.
Do you feel protected by black men?
No. In fact, I feel the exact opposite. If anything, I feel like I'm more in danger when I'm around black men than anything. There are a lot of emotions that come to mind when I think about black men, but the last thing I feel is a sense of safety. And even with the nice ones and the good ones, even they turn out to be predatory. So, no. The only people I feel protected by within the black community are black women.
What was that last part?
In the black community are black women. Only people I feel protected by within the black community are black women.
Oh shit.
Oh
God?
shit. Seriously?
Okay, that's it. Alright, everybody. Alright. Hey. Okay, calm down. Calm down. I know. Alright? We're gonna handle this like men. Alright? Jesus. I know. What she said was stupid. I know. I understand that, everybody. Let's handle this like civilized, mature adults here. Alright?
Fuck 'em.
So I didn't hear that last part, right? I've seen the video before, but I never heard that last part. Me hearing that last part changes the whole perspective of where I was going to come at, right? Nonetheless, I will handle this in another angle than what I usually do when it comes to these type of situations. Now, over time, I've had many conversations and I've had many videos concerning this whole topic at hand, concerning protecting black women and uplifting black women. I will have those specific videos linked in the description box below. You can also search them as well. But concerning the basis here, she says that if anything, she feels endangered by black men, the good and the bad, right? The ones who are quote unquote conscious and the ones who are hood, anybody, right? Any black man for that matter. Not everybody, because you know they got to emphasize, not everybody, but 9 out of 10 of the time. It's strange to me though, because when I'm around other black people, I don't feel endangered. I don't have that type of trauma to feel endangered by any black man or woman. And there are some red pill men out here, and there was a lot of black women that were trying to downplay some of the things that red pill men would say, or some of the things that some black men would say concerning how they have experienced things by black women. And when they emphasize on how they felt concerning their personal experience and their emotional trauma, they either would say, oh, you must be gay, oh, you must like dingling, you know, you hate women, all this type of stuff. All because he emphasized of how he has personal trauma with black women and how he don't particularly trust black women. Now, is he in the right for generalizing black women? No. But at the same time, you can't be out here generalizing black men because of how you personally feel or what you have personally went through. That's not how the game works. You can't be pointing your finger at Kevin Samuels and other red pill men who are influenced by Kevin Samuels, and they go along with this narrative about how they feel about black women. And you feel a type of way, but at the same time, you want to try and claim that you've been on the front line, you've been holding it down, you're the first soldier on the battlefield, all this type of stuff, because you're a black woman, baby. Not to mention that every major organization or any major movement that was instilled to produce productivity for black people were created by black men. Marcus Garvey, Elijah Muhammad, Huey P. Newton, Fred Hampton, Kwame Ture, Malcolm X. The list goes on and on and on. So to say that, there's a narrative where they say that black men have never been for black women. There's a narrative out there also that black men have never been there to protect black women, never been there to uplift black women. And yet you will have these simpletons out here wearing the black woman this and the black woman that on their shirts. 90% of everything they post on their page concerns uplifting a black woman or uplifting black women in general. I even have somebody that I know where she has come to a particular conclusion at this state in her life that she can't trust black men, she don't love black men, or she don't feel affection from black men. But at the same time, if you're entertaining the wrong type of men and you keep entertaining the wrong type of men, you can't generalize black men off of 4 to 5 Negroes that you've met up and down the street. That's not how the game works. I've had so many conversations, and I talk about this time and time again. I've had these conversations with so many black women, and I try to emphasize that you can't generalize black men off of the 4 to 5 to 6 Negroes you went to school with, your personal experience in high school, your neighborhood. That's just not a productive way to look at things. And even more so, you can't live in this life feeling endangered, feeling unprotected, feeling threatened by life itself when it comes to interacting with other black people and living your life. Yes, there are many situations that go on out here when it concerns being predator or preyed and whatever the case is. You can't let that stop you. It's the same thing when dealing with the police. A lot of Negroes will be scared by the police, but these situations, and I'm not saying that they're not uncommon, quote unquote, but what I'm saying is that you can't let that hinder you from what you want to do in life and living life to the best of your ability. The fact that any black person will feel endangered by another black person is trauma, and it's something that you need to personally deal with before you can either get into a relationship with a black person, or you can even establish getting into a business relationship with other black people. You have to deal with that personally, because there's something emotionally traumatic that has happened to you, something mentally even traumatic that has happened to you, to where you feel unprotected by black men because of something that you see on the media or something that you have personally went through. The media has a way of pushing trauma. So because you see trauma on social media, you have made that your own reality. You may have personally went through trauma with other black men in your life. So because of your own personal experience, now you're going to generalize black men. Meanwhile, a black man can turn a cold shoulder at black women and try to make the same analysis and the same comparison to black women as you do to black men. But you will turn and call him gay, you will turn and call him a woman hater, all this type of stuff. But y'all on the same beat. Y'all just singing a different song. Y'all have different lyrics, but it's the same beat, it's the same instrumental. But y'all just changed up the words a little bit. Last but not least, I don't know how you can feel more protected by black women than by black men. That is beyond me. You're over here, and at this point, you're not a black supremacist. You're a black woman supremacist.
Body should be afforded the luxury of not working. It should be black women. I had to turn off the comments because y'all was doing too much. This is a safe space for black women to be whoever they want to be and to feel however they want to feel. Malcolm X said it best. The most disrespected, unprotected, most neglected person in America is the black woman. So by that same logic, if anyone should be afforded the luxury of not working, it should be the most hardworking, most educated, most resilient, and most unprotected person in America. Like, what don't y'all understand about it?
It's at this point you don't feel protected by your own people, but you'll put your own set of women on this pedestal. And yet, do y'all have fathers? Do y'all have brothers? Do y'all have uncles? Y'all don't feel protected by them. And if you don't feel protected by them, then you may have some deeper issues than just black men. You have personal issues that you have to deal with. Because if you don't even feel protected by the black men in your inner circle, black men in your family, those are some deep issues that you really need to handle and deal with before even trying to get in a relationship with anybody, much more a black man. And a lot of us talk about the issue, that we talk about our trauma and our problems, but we don't give solutions. When it comes to the basis of giving solutions, yeah, we hear black women, but then when it comes to black men, now you feeling off. Now you don't want to take accountability for how you've been treating black men, for what you've been saying about black women, black men. You know, you could say all this stuff about black men. You feel in danger, you feel unprotected, you feel like you're not appreciated as much. But if a black man comes out here and say the same thing, now you feel uptight. Now you're not even open-minded enough to hear what he has to say. I'm not saying either one of y'all are right or wrong, but if we're going to deal with your trauma, we got to deal with his as well. You're not the only one that lives in this world, and the world is not about you, and you cannot have your cake and eat it too. But share your thoughts in the comment section below, whether I was on point or not on point. Was this about black women? Was it about black men? Or do we need to find a middle ground and come to some solutions for our trauma? You know, let me know in the comment section below. Like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and share this video with other people. All right. Until next time, I'm Tyrone, and I am out.
You know I will provide that good shit for you. You know I will provide that good shit for you. You know I will provide that good shit for you. You know I will provide that. Look like Papa's got a brand new bag. Any man who mad, tell him ooh fucking fam too bad. Known to spit with the coldest with no particular motive. I've grown a bit till I've noticed what phony bitches are bogus. I bring doom to any MF, I'm a mad villain. I son niggas, my songs give you a dad feeling. The groovy new emperor, known to move temperatures. Life's a bitch but she keeps sending me nude pics of her. She let it all hang out without shame, through stories of each previous spouse about fame. Trying to remove a skirt made of doubt and clout games, then penetrate her until her mouth spit out change. Nevertheless, they can't measure my fresh. No rest till the devil is stressed. Tell him I'm blessed. I'm smiling, staring down a barrel of fear.